Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you're doing great. Very powerful broadcast today. I'm not going to be long, but I have some exciting news for people who've been following me and for people who try to reach out to me and my team to line yourself up with all the content and all the strategy happening. So, a very powerful news was you know make went all around the world because in the media world especially, when you understand that as an entrepreneur, if you have any type of business, podcasting is now the ultimate tools for communication when it comes to custom audience. Podcast now, TV people, unfortunately, when they go and watch TV and even social media, is really to relax, to watch something funny, to relax, and not necessarily to learn something. When somebody looking for a podcast, they want to learn a specific topic. They want to learn about how to enhance their business, enhance their health. They're looking for custom information. Therefore, podcasting now, for the last 4 or 5 years, became the number one destination for conversion for any type of business. Let me repeat that. Number one, the podcast is the number one place where there is the highest rate of conversion. Better than social media, better than radio, better than magazine, better than anything that you can think of. Because when somebody subscribe to a podcast, they need that information. They're looking for that information. They want to have access to this information. They've been seeking that information. So podcasting is a number one tool for every entrepreneur, especially if you're a content creator, if you're an author, if you're a speaker, if you're a preacher, and your business is based on content. You need to have a podcast, but not any type of podcast. You need to understand how to have what we call an optimized podcast. So you're not just doing a podcast without a strategy. You need to have a podcast as a business, not a podcast as something that you try just to have a few people listening to you. You need to have a strategy behind it to build a business from the podcast. So the reason why I'm so excited, I will share some stats with you to understand how important it is. I've been preaching that since I've been in the United States. I've started talking about business in the United States in 2002, but more aggressively since 2010 when it comes to the importance of translation and translate your content. So you have to understand that if you speak English, yes, there's 67 countries who speak English besides the United States. So yes, there's a huge portion of the global population who's speaking English, but for people who are born in English-speaking country, they think that about 50 to 60%, some of them think about 65 to 70% of the entire world speaks English, and it's not right. Let me shock you today, and you will never forget what you're about to hear right now. Shut down everything, your phone. If you drive on the highway, pull over. Like Funk Flex used to say in New York City. I got a new banger, pull over. New York City, can you hear me? Bring it back. And they drop the bomb. Funk Flex, that's the same thing I'm doing now. So only 20% of the internet speaks English. Yes, my friend. Only 20% of the internet speaks English. So there's 80% who do not. So when you look at all those countries and stuff like that and what's going on, I will just, give you 3 languages here. I will give you like 5. I will give you 7 languages, and the 7 languages I'm about to give it to you now, there's about 4 billion people talking those languages. There's only about 1 billion people who speaking English, but 4 billion people who speak those 7 languages I'm about to share with you. So I will start with that, and then I will give you the news about Spotify. So the number one, not number one, but I just want to start with something. You know, of course, I speak French. So you need to know that there's 29 countries who speak French. 29 countries who speak French all around the world. Okay? There's 25 nations who speak Arabic all around the world. 25 nations who speak Arabic. There's 21 nations who speak Spanish. Okay? So when I combine all those countries, it's 75 countries. 75 countries who speak Arabic, Spanish, and French. And for most entrepreneurs, and their base language is English, is an untapped market. So you have a 75 nation that they will never hear from you. You will never be able to sell a book over there, maybe not be able to do a conference over there, sell an online course over there, and people reading your content on social media. It's not happening because you don't understand the power of translating your content. You have to translate your book, your podcast. Yes, translate your podcast. Translate your online conference, pay-per-view online. Your live stream need to be translated. There is technology for that. Okay? Your blog post, your mastermind, any format of your book, audiobook, PDF, Kindle, translate all this kind of stuff. There's powerful authors like, Tony Robbins or Brian Tracy. We have, Robert Kiyosaki got his book, Poor Dad, Rich Dad, in 53 languages. The number one best-selling book, the Bible, being translated in 200 languages. There's one thing to be on number one bestseller. It's cute and everything, but I'm telling you, there's nothing like an international, global bestseller. The amount of doors going to be open to your business and opportunities is limitless when you open yourself to the world. Okay? It's good to do stuff for our Black community, but look at what the Jewish are doing. The Jewish are doing something to bless the world, not only their community, to bless the world. So when they bless the world, they take the resources and prioritize their community. This is how we need to think. Everybody like Black culture. Everybody like what the Black people are doing, from music, from ministry, from sports, entertainment, whatever a Black person is doing, people loving it. But we have to own that content. You have to own your content and understand and develop a strategy of content monetization. So now, real quick, I'm not going to be long because I need to put that video on Instagram. Farsi. No, let's switch. Russian. There's 16 nations who speak Russian. Of course, Ukraine now because of the war, but there's like 14 other countries, in Central Europe, Central East, Central West Europe, who speak, Europe, Middle East, it depends, how you want to call it, or Asia, it depends. But those countries speak Russian. There's about almost, 300 million people speaking Russian. So you cannot neglect that. Of course, there's also 10 countries who speak Portuguese. People don't only speak Portuguese in Portugal and Brazil. There's 10 countries who speak Portuguese around the world. And then I will add this language, very important, Farsi. You remember, if you go to history, the Persian Empire is not like it used to be years ago, but Farsi is still a very important language. So my friend, Spotify just announced that now through AI, you're going to be able to translate your content. They've already started the French translation and Spanish translation and German translation is going to roll out in a few weeks. But we, our company, Trio Media, we can translate your content now, not only in Spanish or German, but French, Arabic, Farsi, Mandarin, and Hindi. So when you go Mandarin and Hindi together, that's almost 3 billion people right there. You talk like, you put your stuff in Hindi and Mandarin, bam, 3 billion, just like that. Almost 50% of the global population. And when you understand that power, you position yourself, because right now, the people that used to call third world countries, They are the one who got the cash. They have the future of the economy. There's so many things happening globally that you have no idea. Is the best way for you to position yourself is to translate your content so you can have more business partners. What Spotify want to do, they want to become a media company, because if they can translate all the content, now they can control the ad revenue from podcaster. If they translate your content, they own your podcast and own the revenue and the ads that you're going to do. So it means like the ads are going to come from to them, and then they're going to give you a portion, just like social media is doing right now, and pay creators only 10% of the money they generate from the platform. So this is a game. This is how it's going on. I don't know when I will do a webinar when I go in more details about that. Just make sure that you contact me at darcyogandaga.com/social. Send us an email at teamcoachdarcy@gmail.com so we can schedule a Zoom with you and develop what we call a global content monetization system to help you really reach people all around the world who want to hear about what you have to offer, from your digital product to your content. You have to understand that the content industry right now is a 2 billion a day industry. You don't need a 2 billion. All you need 1% of that pie, and you'll be set for life. I'm telling you, I have clients, making 9 figures, been in the game for 25, 30 years, who contact me today that they need ASAP what's going on. So if people who've been doing $100 million and more, who run global organization for real, with offices all around the world, already contact me to want to know more about it. What are you waiting for, man? What are you waiting for? I'm telling you, it's going to be a time when you're not going to be able to work with us. Right now, we have a few more days. We're going to be booked for the rest of the year. That's how fast the information and the need for people who have a vision or global vision, they line up, because they know that this is the way to go and to position your business for the next 5-7 years coming. Okay? Thank you so much for your time. With video, I believe I'm going to be able to put it on Instagram and on all the platforms. Right now, we're streaming on LinkedIn, on my 2 Facebook pages, on YouTube, on Telegram, I think so, on X, aka Twitter. So it will be everywhere, okay? And I have a new project coming out in a few days. Just look at my social media platform and everything else. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.